Feel like I'm starting on the movie street. I act ass. My daily life is like a movie scene. Feel like I'm starting on the movie street. I act ass. My daily life is like a movie scene. Cause you gon' see me for you down, feeling like the rain. I got a problem for philosophy, but looking like a lion. I'm trying to make the fuck, cause I'm moving around like everything. Got me answer one more time, I might just lose my fucking mind. My girl can be a super bitch, I feel just like the hand I got. I be half-baked, smoking pineapple express. Green on me like a hook, that's how I get with all the stress. I'm like Nick Cage, don't make me take your face off. On the Sherman Club and try to keep the weight off. So the happiness don't take like anymore from me, just less for me. The best of me, just rest in me. They help me reach my destiny. Well, I just finally through with it. Whoever get my eulogy, like me up as usually. And take the group for shooting me. Bitchin' who directed wrong.
What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. Sunday, NBA Talk with Jay. Game 2, finals, NBA Talk with Jay, man. But first, for the people that do watch the whole show, do have a little treat for you guys. There is a spot today in WNBA that is absolutely lovely, in my opinion. Nothing's guaranteed, but it's a really great spot in the WNBA today. You got the Washington Mystics. They're 0-11 so far on the season. They're going up against the New York Liberty. Liberty are 10-2 as well. Probably one of the best teams in the WNBA. They're coming off a really tough win. This is a back-to-back, third game in 4 nights, fourth game in 6 nights spot as well for the Liberty, and they're laying 15 points, and I just don't agree with it. I know that the Mystics are without their top 2 players, even top 3 if you want to add that Della Dunn is sitting out the season, but this team is somewhat kind of teetering on, not saying that they could win this game straight up, but I wouldn't be surprised if they won this game outright and shocked the world. I've seen this movie before. The Liberty did this exact same thing last year. They were playing up against the Minnesota Lynx. They were laying 13.5 points. They were on a back-to-back, third game in 4 nights, fourth game in 6 nights type of spot, laying 13.5 versus the Lynx. And this is they didn't even have Nafisha Collier as well. And those games were at the house. They had like 3 straight games at the house. They lost that game outright to the Lynx. So when I saw this game, I said, I've seen this movie before. I was on the Lynx in that spot, and this is a spot where I will take the 15 points with the Washington Mystics in this particular spot. They're 0-11 on the season, guys, the worst team in the WNBA. So if you're scared of it, you don't have to ride with it. But this is an absolute horrible spot, in my opinion, for the New York Liberty to be laying 15 points here on the back-to-back with travel, coming off 3 straight road games, coming off a huge win versus the Connecticut Sun yesterday. They've won 6 straight games, covered 4 straight. The Liberty might win this game, but I do not see them winning by margin. And I do think in the fourth quarter, they start to run out of gas in this one. And they probably don't get up for this game as well. They need to win for the Commissioner's Cup, but they do not need to blow them out by 20. I think the Mystics covered this game rather easily, in my opinion. Love the Mystics here, plus the 15. That's just a little extra nugget for you guys, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hit the like button one time for the one time. All right, game 2 of the NBA Finals, guys. I mean, this is the finals. I mean, it's some great games to watch. We saw game 1 where the Celtics smacked them up. They got a big lead, and that's my only problem with betting the Celtics, especially on a spread in this series. They like to fuck around. Like, you see them get up by 30 points in the first half, 25 plus points, and then before you know it, it's an 8-point game coming out the third quarter. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the only thing messing around with the Celtics. You never know when they're going to just start lollygagging, bullshitting around. Now, we look at the Mavs. Luka had 30 points, 10 rebounds. No one else got more than 15 points. PJ Washington did his job. They're going to need him to get, I said that in the first show, they're going to need him to get 14 or 15 points a game for them to have a chance. Problem is, he had 14 points, but didn't get help from anybody else. Kyrie Irving had 12 points, 0 of 5 from 3, 6 of 19 from the field. Wasn't a good game at all for Kyrie Irving. He's lost, I believe, 10 or 11 straight games versus the Boston Celtics. Ever since he stepped on Lefty Lucky, the mascot for the Celtics, ever since he stomped on that stumped on the mid court. He hasn't won versus the Celtics yet. You see what I'm saying? So especially in Boston, so could mean something, could mean anything. But I know for the Mavs, like you need Luka to continue to do this if you want to have a chance to win. He had a really great game, even though he went 4 of 12 from three. He still had a great game versus the Celtics. Obviously they're gonna. He wants that switch. He does not want Jaylen Brown guarding him. He wants that switch to get Al Horford or Porzingis or somebody like that. So I mean, if you like the Mavs, you got to look at PJ Washington over his points. And I want to share with you guys as well the most bet player props today. Most bet player props are PJ Washington over 12.5 points, Luka Doncic under 8.5 assists. He only had 1 assist in the first game. He was not looking towards passing the ball at all. He knows that he has to be a scorer here. So PJ Washington over 12.5 points. That's the most bet ticket today in player props at BetMGM. Then you got Luka under 8.5 assists. Then you got Tatum over his 14.5 rebounds assists. You got Kyrie over 22.5 points. And then you got Jaylen Brown over 3.5 assists. So those are the most bet props so far today for BetMGM on this game 2 of the NBA Finals. Me personally, what I'm hoping that the Celtics do win this game. Y'all know if the Mavs do go down 0-2, you already know what the deal is for that game 3 spot. So I'm rooting for the Celtics in this game, man. I do think that there's a narrative here. Jason Kidd said, hey, well, Jaylen Brown's their best player. And then you got Drew Holiday backing up saying, I mean, he's not wrong. I think Tatum's going to be fucking pissed today. I know people think Tatum's soft. He's not really meant for this moment. I'm one of the guys, I do think that he is. I think he goes over his 9.5 rebounds once again. But he only had 16 points in the first game. He actually shot horribly, 6 of 16 from the field. I think Tatum goes over his points prop. I'm personally going to sprinkle some on Jason Tatum over his 25.5 points today. I think he goes over his points. I think he goes over rebounds, PRA. I think this is a Tatum show-out game in this one. And even with Porzingis having a great game, even with Jaylen Brown having a great game, Tatum is still the favorite to win the MVP for the finals if the Celtics were able to win it. And I still think that it's Tatum's to lose. One of these games, he's going to fuck around, get a triple-double. But I think he does a little bit more scoring and assisting in this game as well. He only had 5 assists, got hooked on that 5.5 assists there. But I think Tatum is going to continue to be the do-it-all guy for the Celtics. He's playing the most minutes as well, 42 minutes for his team. Tatum knows this is his time to shine. Everybody hates on him. I think he's going to shut a lot of haters up today. So that's my play for this game. Tatum over 25.5 points. If you're looking for a side, I'd say take whoever you think is going to win the series here. If you think the Mavs are going to win the series, you have to take them plus the 6.5, plus the 7 today. I'm not betting a single spread. I'm rooting for the Celtics to win this game. I probably try and throw their money line parlay, their money line on the parlay, but could see this being a close game, but the Celtics eking it out. But looked at the refs. Everything tells me that this is a Celtic spot. But like I say, what do we see with the Mavs? The Mavs usually when they lose game 1, they do like to bounce back in game 2. Maybe not even win outright, but it could be a much closer game. For whatever reason, guys, these are great games to watch, but I have a lot better feels, or not better feels, but I have a lot better, stronger sides in the WNBA right now. You see what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it straight up with you. So I could force a side here. I could take if I'm playing aside, I'd still take the Celtics in this one. I think they got 1 through 5. It's got too much firepower for the Mavs. And we know the Celtics bench is like their weak point. But when you got Porzingis coming off the bench, giving you 20 off the bench, and then the Mavs, their guys aren't giving them shit. Kleba, Josh Green, even Lively. These guys did not have a great game in their first game. The Mavs are gonna need their bench, man. It can't just, even like I said in the first game, even if Luka goes for 30 and Kyrie goes for 30, where are they gonna get the rest of the points at? Even if PJ goes for 15, who's gonna be that 4th and 5th guy that's gonna give them 10, 12, 15 points, that production? You see what I'm saying? We hadn't seen it. I really do think the Mavs are up against it here. I know that they've had a hard journey here, but I think that it's running out. Just being perfectly honest with you guys, man. So people say Celtics had an easier road here. Well, that means that they're coming in more rested, more ready to go, and they have a lot more talent. Like if you shut down one guy, then they got 5 guys that can give you 20 points. You know what I'm saying? You can't forget about Derek White. You can't forget about Drew Holiday having a good game as well. So guys like Hauser coming off the bench, he went 2 of 2 from 3 with 8 points. It was a plus 17. You see what I'm saying? So their bench is outplaying the Mavs, and I just think the Celtics got too much for them, to be perfectly honest with you. So if I had to play a side here, I'd lay the points with the Celtics minus the 6.5. I do like Tatum to go crazy today over his 25.5 points. Also like his over 9.5 rebounds as well. I do think he continues to get the double-double. I think he goes over his PRA. He hears the noise. He knows that the world is watching. It's his fucking time right now. If the Celtics do win this, I fully believe that Tatum will win the NBA Finals MVP, my guys. So that's the show, man. Like I said, it's plenty of prayer props to look at. Obviously, you see the Mavs. They only had 9 total assists for the game. That's not gonna work as well. You got to move the ball around. So like I say, that a lot of people are on Luka's under his 8.5 assists today. A lot of people are on PJ Washington over his points today. They're also rocking with Kyrie to have a bounce back game going over his points as well, man. But for me personally, I like Tatum over his 25.5 points. I like his over 9.5 rebounds as well. And I also think he goes over his PRA, 41.5, 42.5. I think we see, just me personally, I mean, you guys may not have to agree with it, but I think we see a Tatum masterclass. All right, y'all think Jaylen Brown the best player on the team? And he might be, but still, I think Tatum will be like, all right, I got something for you, motherfuckers. I got something in my bag for you guys, man. Nobody believes it. Nobody believes in Tatum. I think they won't really be able to say much after this NBA Finals, in my opinion. Let's see what happens. Gonna be a great game, man. I'm about to go hit the gym. Go watch some WNBA, man. All the good stuff. It's been a great weekend. You see what I'm saying? It's been a great weekend. I hope it's been a great weekend for you guys as well. Hope y'all living well, drinking water, working out, take care of your family, man. No drinking and driving, all that good stuff, man. It's all love. If you guys appreciate the show, you appreciate me coming on here on a Sunday. You see what I'm saying? We could be at the gym right now, man, with my son. But I said, no, I got to do a quick show real quick for the people. That's how I'm looking at game 2. That's a WNBA look for you guys as well that I like better than anything in this game 2 NBA Finals. It's all love, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'll be back on Wednesday. I'm just telling, let's root for the Celtics to win this game, man. Heavy spot coming for game 3 if the Celtics go up 2 here. I'm just telling you that right now. I tried to foresee it. I tried to forecast it. You dig what I'm saying? Could be a huge money maker. Celtics get this win, and then the game 3 spot, if you know, my guys. Let's get this cash. It's Us Against the Bookies. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We following our instincts, trusting our instincts, going with our gut. We're not having any regrets, man. No matter what you're betting today, make sure you're not having any regrets, or after the game, you're not having any regrets regardless. Remember, only bet what you absolutely love, my guys. It's all love. Hope y'all have a great day. Let's get this cash, baby. We out. Let's go.